Hello guys. So I just finished doing the what if deck was something? What if deck was Spirit Chastable? Right now I'm doing what if Saitama and Genos were sent to another world or another dimensions. Like anime dimensions because I'm bored. And when I'm bored I just love doing what ifs. If you're wondering why it's so bright, y'all can just put your thing though down on low. Because I love my stuff bright. Like, it makes it look more realistic. Let's start. The first that opens up, and by credit is to Bait. So yeah. Saitama and Genos travel through dimensions fighting other enemies like Demon Slayer, My Hero, Senran Kagura, High School DxD, and more. Enjoy some fighting scenes with overpowered characters. They're gonna go to Akagama Kills, Doom, Demon Slayer, DxD. There's gonna be Genos, Izuku, Kaguya, Mihe, Mob Psycho, 100, Nezuko, Rain, Ryuk, Saitama, Shiego, and Tanjiro. I'm not sure if this is a gay what if or stuff like that, so I'm not sure. Okay. Cause that could be just make Zeno, just make him not have anything. Yeah, I just love making him not have any ships, Saitama, until he gets his hairs. Because there's only one way that Saitama got his hairs. It was in Dragon Ball, the thing that was fan-made. That's the only way he got to feel hair. When they fused with Goku. It was so funny. Okay, now let's start. Demons are annoying. Wait. I think what they should do. What if Dragon Ball had? No, what if? Yeah, in Dragon Ball, where they go to different types of anime dimensions. Like seriously, think about it. It would be so cool. Saitama and Genos were almost back to the part after coming back with a supermarket that was on sale. They had their costumes on. Genos, do we have everything for dinner? He asked his disciple. Let me see if I'm recording. Gotta always check. It's a YouTuber's worst nightmare. Once you do like a video, you do like a big video, and then it just doesn't record. And if you go somewhere extremely special, a YouTuber's worst nightmare. I am not kidding. Just, if you go somewhere special and you want to record like FaZe Rug, how he got done a prank by somebody like that. Yeah, now let's start. Saitama, Genos, do we have everything for dinner? He asked his disciple. Yes, master. We have everything. We need a supper tonight. He responded. As they go near their destination, a portal opened up and beneath me without realizing. Genos, master, we're falling. Hold on, groceries. I don't want to spend more money. That was the opening for the anime. Master, we're falling. Hold on to the groceries. I don't want to spend more for more. He warned he would be scolded on groceries. He had in his hand the Class B hero and the S-Class S hero were both in a portal traveling to where it takes them. As time slipped by, the travel came to an end. The two heroes came out of the portal to be in some kind of blossom forest. Genos, the groceries. He wanted to know what if the groceries was okay. Don't worry, Master. They're okay. He scanned around, see where they traveled. Master, it looks like my system is saying that we traveled somewhere, but the income is deciding point that it can't be possible. Explain to Master, making him wonder what to do now. Kate Bali still had his grocery in his hands, safe and sound. Saitama, good thing we traveled safely. It would have been a disaster if the groceries got messed up. He felt relieved for now, but he suddenly picked up some fighting distraction ahead of. Genos scanned his system to track where it came from. Genos says, Master, I'm picking up some distraction and conflict ahead, which is 0.2 miles ahead, heading east. There might be people in danger right now, he warned. Okay, walking rapidly with the groceries is fine, but I don't want my groceries getting ruined, he informed his disciple. Let's go, he ordered. Yes, Master. The two heroes were walking to where the conflict was happening. The groceries were okay, barely, because it was almost about to tear open. Genos is running like Naruto, and Saitama is just running like he doesn't even give a fuck. He's just putting his hand up and just running like those kids. They ran with their hands all the way up, like he ran like a robot. Let me show y'all. This kind of looks funny. Due to their incredible speed, they made it on time. They saw a house getting destroyed by the balls, flying planes going crazy. From shadow, Saitama and Geno spotted two people who don't look normal. They really pale like demons. Geno whispered, Master, two life forms in scanning right now are not human. My scanner confirmed that they're demons and destroying the house with people in it. My scanner texts that they're 3 survivors and 1 survivor eliminated. Yaba and Temari, demon named Susamaru, were assaulting house that Susamaru were destroying with her Temari balls with very powerful speed, revealing the demon hunter Tanjiro. It's a demon hunter wearing Hanfunda. Like earrings, it's you, isn't it? She smiled. So, I'm one they were targeting. Ha. That wall was going to get ready to take action. In Tanjiro's mind, Lady Tamayo, please find a place to hide. I'm one of those demons are after. He called out, Tamayo, Tanjiro, I want you to fight without worrying about us. We'll be fine without your protection since we're demons, she said. The Temari demon picked her up, Temari ball, and prepared to attack. Alright, it's all over for you now. She threw the ball directly to him. Tanjiro's mind. That Temari ball will only serve if I dodged it. He closed his eyes. The ball was coming directly. It was grabbed by someone else. Tanjiro opened his eyes to see a person who wore a hero suit and had a bald head, along with Genos by him. He had his hand open to incinerate, aiming at Susamaru. Who are you? He asked unknown people. Tanjiro said. Just a guy who's a hero for fun, Saitama said. A hero? You get to a safe place, small child. Don't worry, kid. Saitama looked at Susamaru with a blank expression. He crushed the ball with his bare hand, shattering it to pieces. Saitama was more than amused to see how he grabbed the Temari ball with ease. She didn't even see him grab it with ease. Hey, he's trying to be famous. What fun is this? What thing to be killed me and one of the 12 demon moons. You should be honored. She took her kimono off. It's like how she did fighting Nezuko. 12 demon, why he scratched his chin, feeling uncomfortable. I believe she's trying to say that she's some kind of organization. Susamaru, how dare you not say the entire title of the clan, and it's not an organization. After she took off her kimono, her arms underneath grew more from back. And Tanjiro was shocked about this. She grew more arms? He thought surprisingly he had warned heroes about her Temari's ball. Susamaru, now then, let's keep playing until morning comes, she said. She had more Temari balls and 6 of her hands. Tanjiro, be careful with those balls. Shiads can still hit you. If you dodge them, he warned the two. So if we manage to dodge these, they can still hit us no matter what kind of reaction we have. Her strength is what you are supposed to be worried about, and her speed. Master, allow me to engage, he asked her. Sasamaru says, oh, and Yahabata, take care of the middle boy. The one with the bald head's mine. She smiled like she always. Don't order me around, I know what must be done. You will be eliminated for causing harm to these people. He ran at normal speed toward him. Let's see if he can survive this. He held his hand open, and it had an eye. The eye on his hand blinked, causing a multiple surrounding, causing Genos to lose his foot. Genos, mind, what? I was about to strike him just now, but someone was footing him off my ground. My ability allows me to manipulate arrows. No matter where you strike, I'll always react. He manipulated more arrows underneath, which caused Genos to move the air. Master, I'll handle this on my own. He reminds me of my teacher. Wait, where was I touching? Oh, found it. I don't know who you are, but if interfering with our mission is unforgivable. I was so eager to know how you managed to catch on my balls. She redoubted herself with one of the Temari balls, saitama. What the heck are Temari balls? Are you trying to sound judgment of yourself? The way I see it, you're doing something to replace yourself. You call fun, because whatever it is you're trying to accomplish for yourself, you lose control over because your passion is for fun. He said with a blank expression. Sasamaru was kind of shocked by his philosophy. Sasamaru, shut up. How could you possibly know what am I capable of? She raised the Temari ball behind her neck. Sasamaru, die. She threw the sixth ball directly at Saitama. A ball came in hot. It was directly revealing smoke in the area. Mind, that was too easy. You want to be hero, never be able to be a hero again. She smiled crazily. When the smoke cleared, it revealed Saitama was unharmed by her attack. But unfortunately, his bag of groceries were obliterated. Ah, you fucked up, Sasamaru. Saitama glared at Sasamaru. Hey, you better pay for those groceries, said in a serious demeanor. He survived the Temari balls. When I'm at humans, they got off their limbs, blow off, smart mouth, eager to find a worthy opponent. Master, groceries. Guess I'll have to get serious and give it everything I've got. I have to please him. She wanted about her boss, who assigned Yahabata to take down the demon hunter. Here I go, Sasamaru says. She got serious and threw her Temari balls in different directions. Saitama just effortlessly dodged all of them. How fast they came. Due to Yahabata controlling the Temari balls to plain sight, Saitama kept dodging effortlessly. Sasamaru can't believe her eyes. The human is so agile that he dodges her Temari balls easily. Phew, those balls would got my clothes dirty. He stopped and started stared watching Sasamaru. Beneath you, she had a spare Temari ball that came out of nowhere. The ball hit the ground at Saitama's feet and blew up to his face, but unfortunately he also dodged it. How about this? She kicked the ball directly at him as it contacted Saitama's body, deflected off him, and Sasamaru had enough time to react to kick it back and move faster. With more force, he kept making it deflect off his body. Saitama was about to get serious. He was getting annoyed because she still hasn't paid groceries. Looks like I'll take it seriously. He kept in a blank demeanor, and he walked closer to her face. As his distance was average to her, he stopped. Menacing aura surrounded him. Come at me, bro. What fun this is. She kept kicking the ball directly at Saitama, moving more faster and stronger when she kicked it last time with more speed. and strength. Saitama raised his leg backwards and kicked it beyond force and strength. They came to quickly and hit her face with. This was her reaction. Shocked face. She didn't even see the ball coming. It was too fast. Look, like you have to pay for my grocery or you get punched. He warned, his fearsome aura surrounding him, making her scared. Genos finally took down the demon called Yahabata and eliminated him. Genos went to the survivor inside the destroyed house. Are you people okay? He asked one of them. Genos noticed that Yukisha's head was blown off. Is he okay? Don't worry, he'll regenerate in a short time, she informed Genos. Tamayo says. For a moment there, I thought he was eliminated. I wonder how Master is doing. He went back to watch his master fight the Tamari demon named Sasamaru. Tanjiro and the other survivor came out of the destroyers to watch the action inside him was doing. He was angry, pissed, with a menacing aura surrounding him. She panicked, She started shaking, but decided to still take action. She summoned more of her Tamari balls and threw at him. Wrong choice. What? He said. He called out moves. Killer moves. Serious, consecutive kicks. Wait, and rapid kicks all the balls that he threw. Wait. You know what serious mean, Ryder? Serious. Like seriously. When Saitama says serious, he could just done an easily kick, and it could just went poof. Killer move, serious, whatever. He kicked the ball, all the balls that they threw. As he called the move, her own Tamari balls came directly at her without seeing them due to how fast they were. The Tamari balls hit her directly. The intense pressure, the strength here against her body got blown up into pieces. It wasn't just that got obliterated. The whole entire woods got obliterated behind her, making an empty shaking on the ground. The people behind it felt it. The overwhelming power showed, made people looking behind it in awe. Crap, I think I overdid it. He felt worried and did not get satisfied at all. He turned to Genos and looked at all looks except for Genos. What do? I got something on my face, he said. Did he just kill her with those moves he called out? They couldn't believe their eyes. Yoshio was dead like a zombie when he literally saw everything inside of my jid. Nezu came out of nowhere and decided to land on Saitama's head. Tanjiro was surprised that she was alive. Nezuko, you're alive, he said, feeling relief. Tanjiro said she landed on the ground safely. She held her hand to caress Saitama Ball's head. Who is this child? Ugh, he asked with a sweat drop. Her name is Nezuko. She doesn't talk too much. Is she your doctor? Asked Tanjiro. No, she is my sister. She and I are the remaining people of the Kamado family, he shouted. My apologies for making incorrect answer. Genos, it looks like I have to sacrifice more money of the grocery, he said to his disciple. Suddenly, out of nowhere, another porter beneath them, including Tanjiro and Nezuko. Master, we're traveling again. Let's hope the grocery store is nearby. When we get there, he said, hope for it. What sorcery is this, Nezuko? Hold on, he warned his sister, holding out his green coat. End of battle. Give me suggestions. My hero. They're going to my hero. Okay, I really love I'm not Genos, Saitama. No homo. Not in the love kind of way. The love kind of way that you like single character, their power, and all of that, and their characteristics. Like, the most thing that I love about Saitama is about his characteristic. It makes everything just more thrilled. Because he just doesn't give any fucks about anything he does. Like, he just looks at you like, okay, without even caring. And I love how his background was, like his plot line, how he became this to big Saitama. He trained for years and all of that. Just because of one accident that happened that made him realize that he was weak. So then he decided to get strong. And he trained on that for about 3 years or 5, I'm not sure. Was it 3 years? Until he was able to run faster and to destroy a whole entire building with one punch. And then, when he uses his serious punch, he could move the clouds on Earth. Like, you could literally see, you know how a tornado comes on Earth and it shows a swirl around it? Yeah, like that, but you can just move the clouds up in the sky. If you're in space, you can see that the clouds were just moved. That's what I mean. And there's been no clouds. So, yeah. Now, Chapter 2, Dissemble and Resemble. The portal from before Sak and Saitama genos and the two portal, which were Tanjiro and Nezuko, they were traveling as fast as pace. I should have done a cliffhanger. Shoot. I really love making cliffhangers for y'all because I hate those cliffhangers. But I decided to do a cliffhanger because I finally realized how to make a cliffhanger in the best way. It's kind of funny. Genos, master, it's time travel. We're traveling fast, he informed us. And Nezuko, make sure you hold on still. Nezuko nodded and took his sword. Hey, metal person, brace for an impact. And you are a hero. You are a hero. You are a hero. I'll make sure my money doesn't fall out because if it did, how will I be able to get more groceries? He said, making the demon cyborg think of something, but before he could, time was up in process of time traveling. Yo, I think I got this one, but this one's gonna probably piss you off, guys. But you wanna know something? Who gives a fuck? I'm just gonna do it, and it's probably gonna piss me off completely. So please do not try anything. Izuku, the hero, lost of everything. I had to take a photo of that. Oh, my room is so messy. But I won't do a room tour until I clean it. Probably never. I don't have a gaming setup yet because I don't like gamings. Plus, I don't have a PC yet, so I already explained that, so I don't care. 4 of the time travelers were in the city was daytime. Or why do they keep on saying time travelers? Dimension travelers? Is that a good place to say it? Or it has to be time travelers? Just had a whole body hit the ground really hard. Genos landed on his feet due to his body being mechanical. When Genos landed, he heard Tanjiro scream before he thought he was gonna die. Genos reacted in time to catch him and Nezuko. Are you okay? He asked Tanjiro. And Nezuko, thanks for saving me, Nezuko. And Nezuko, I owe you one. He smiled while nodded yes to Tanjiro. Nezuko got off her brother's back. Saitama got up from his crash site and rusted the dust and dirt his costume. Hey, good thing my money didn't fall out. He felt relieved and took a glance. The group were taking a look. It looked devastated and destroyed. They were unsteady. They saw a boy glowing green and holding a little white messy-haired girl on his back. The glowing green boy didn't know what they were behind him. Didn't know that they were behind him. Izuku Midoriya, or Deku, was holding Eri behind his back, protecting her from overhaul. Where some of Night Eye's squad perished, Sir Mirio, and even his teacher, Mr. Azai. He's still on his feet, feeling the power of his quirk, which made him go full power. I will not give her back to you. He refused to give Eri back to Chisaki. Or Chisaka, I'm just gonna say whatever. I see now. You're only protecting her from me because she thinks that you're special to her. People who care for things they love the most are responsible for the action the child commits. But since you refuse to give her back, I'll cure this world of heroes who think they run the place. He used one of his resemble queer spikes and made Them go forward to Izuku Midoriya, hesitating very slightly because his incoming spies were coming too fast. He thought this was the end for them. I know this didn't happen, but let's just say it happened, okay? Genos, incinerate. Genos went in front of Midoriya and fired a big wave of flames toward the incoming spikes. The incoming spikes were eviscerated from its intense flame temperature. Who are you? He questioned. Just a guy who is a hero for fun, he said. Genos' cold demeanor. The rest of the travel group up with Izuku. Don't worry, kid. We'll help you fight this monster. He pulled his sword out, and Nezuko was by Tanjiro's side getting ready for some action. Hey, Genos. Wait up. I still need direction to the supermarket. Izuku and Tanjiro got confused by his comment. Saitama recognized a monster head. Is that a monster? Yes, the one way different when I fought demons back at my place. Master, allow me to make a request. I'll attack for sure. Don't burn my clothes. I'll find a supermarket around here. He walked away. More heroes arrived. How filthy. Whenever it's all taken about, y'all be done. I presume that you caused all the damage and destruction around the city. From what I recall, you're a monster who needs to be eliminated. Genos repeated himself. Me, a monster? That's what they call criminals like you, he said to the demon cyborg. You can stay back. I'll take care of it from here. Ugh. I'll take care of it from here. He is a major threat to the city. He informed Izuku, Tanjiro, and Nezuko to stand down. Okay, I'll get Eri to safety. He carried Eri in both hands and went to his crash site where Neji's squad and Ryuk said it was, and Zu's squad was. I'll provide you some protection for you. Me and Nezuko will protect you both, and he and Nezuko will after him to provide support. Uraka, Tsuyu, Riku, Nadai. He got the attention of them. Hey, Deku. Do you have her? Yes, but her quirk is he cut off because his Aries power was getting stronger. She can't control her work, Asui said. This isn't looking good. Sama can barely contain himself. She was trying her hardest to control her powers, he exclaimed while Nezuko kept holding a demeanor on her face. We need Mr. Azari to erase her quirk as soon as possible. Nadai almost passed out due to severe injuries he had. Wait, I'm foreseeing something different. Midoriya wasn't the one who beats Chisaka, someone else. Chisaka, he cold-blooded slightly. He coughed blood slightly. Do you think that robot was the one who defeated Chisaka? He asked. No, it wasn't him either. He was wondering who is in the fourth section. Saitama was walking around for 4 minutes trying to find the nearest supermarket. 400, 500, 600, and 700 yen. He counted his money to see if he had any chance to purchase more groceries. He looked to the left and right to see if there's any. Suddenly, he caught his eye, something on his left side. He saw a supermarket which was destroyed. He started getting irritated because it was all bad luck for him. Okay, Saitama is always so funny. Like, he's a thing character, and the meaning of his character, like every character has a meaning. Naruto is about never to give up. Saitama is about never to give up, and you can succeed in anything because he was known as weak, but he still trained for 3 years and he still succeed. And the plot line about it is Saitama defeats every enemies with one punch, or some except one. And that might be the future, the god of something. We all know, we have watched, but I'm not spoiling anything. Saitama ran in a blur. He used his overwhelming speed to find any other supermarkets nearby. Where is it? He thought rapidly while he ran. Suddenly he came to a stop and saw another one. He finally found one that wasn't destroyed. He was running like a monster. Finally, a market. He walked into the store and grabbed the basket and shopped for stuff he needed for sure. After he got some of the stuff he needed, he stopped the meat section and picked up crab and took a glance at it. For a moment, it was like the same exact thing he had in his world. And Saitama's head is being reflected on the anime. You can know how that graphics is so good just by Saitama's head. Wait. Guys, I think that's a QR code. Look at this. Damn it. Look. Isn't that a QR code? Look at his head. Let me show you again. That's literally a QR code. Oh well. So to mind, it looks familiar to me. It's like the same feeling when I thought about the time when I fought the crab monster, but I'm craving crab right now. He thought while he picked out the crab and put it in a basket. He went to the cashier to pay for his grocery. He counted his money to see how much he had again. Luckily for Saitama, he had gotten a chance to pay for his grocery without any problems. He walked out of the building and had one bag of grocery. He walked out of the back of the street when he walked on before. He forgot something that he didn't realize. Oh wait, I don't have a place to stay. I guess I'll check back on Genos to see how it's doing, he thought as he continued walking. If Saitama's groceries just to get destroyed again, he will be mad. Back to the fight. Machine gun blows. He released rapid variety of punches. The demon cyborg made a direct hit against the mutant monster. But as soon as got back in the air, when he leaped off the body part, the mutated monster, he notices that Chisaki was fixing himself somehow. What? Somehow resembled himself, and he's perfectly fixed. The demon's cyborg landed on the ground and slided backwards. He analyzed the details on overhauls. Genos was done scanning it, and the result from Chikara explained that he can disassemble and reassemble objects by a single contact of his fingers. So, my system says that you can disassemble and reassemble things. The other details are that you can reassemble a human being if they're disassembled also. What if the information of yours was true? You are an idiotic robot who doesn't know a thing. He launched more spikes ahead towards him. Eventually, Genos evaded them also. Team Nara and Team Ryuk was watching the demon cyborg in action. They were concerned that he wasn't going to make it. Do you think that the robot can defeat Chisaki? She asked Tanjiro, Uraka said. He could possibly do it. He could easily take out one of the demons in my world, but he said to Uraka. But the other man, with the one with the bald head, seemed to have something special within him. The one walking away from the scene, he asked. Tanjiro, Ryuk said. Dragon form, you can say. She's in her dragon form, yeah. From what I've seen, he paused. He did what? It's better for you to see for yourself. When he gets back there, everything will be okay. Tanjiro smiled because he witnessed amazing power from Saitama's display. Nezuko holded her brother's arm and she leaned on his head against it. The rest of the squad smiled or closing their eyes except for Anara. Saitama was getting near to where he reminded Genos. He reminded Genos that he needed to run an errand. Overall was getting more pissed because the demon Sardo wouldn't give up still. Stay out of my way, Overall retorted. He manipulated the ground, which made a wall. He directed Genos because Genos didn't have enough time to react. He hit the wall. Overhaul control was hit because the ground where Genos was in attack. Genos wasn't in good shape. He had cracks in his body, including his face. He was at his limit. Overhaul removed the wall he controlled. He saw Genos was about to fire him. Genos was in a state from where he fought Carnage Kabuto. Genos barely shot his incineration towards Overhaul, but unfortunately, Overhaul used the wall. He hit Genos with the block attack. So if you're wondering why Genos is not beating him, it's because he didn't have this yet, like this big armor yet. He had season 1. If you're wondering. Oh, good. I just love doing that. Let me check how much I've been doing. How the heck has it been 34? Oh. Genos wasn't in good shape. He had cracks including his face. He was at the limit. Overall, removed the wall and controlled. He saw Genos was about to fire him. Genos was a state from where he fought Carnage Kabuto. Genos barely shot his incarnation towards Overhaul. But unfortunately, Overhaul used well. He hit Genos with a blocked attack. See, now look at you. You're all broken and cured. Now it's time to die. He explained at the top of his lungs, prepared to stomp Genos. This will be my grave. Forgive me, master. He closed his eyes as a monster-like foe was about to hit Genos and made contract. You are cured of the hero syndrome. Of all of you will be cured. Chisaka lifted the monster foot off, hit the ground. He felt nothing underneath. Where did it go? He then said to himself, while getting very angry. Chisaka looked up and saw a bald guy, man, Genos' unscratched body. His ghost and wearing ruined either. Who are you? He asked wannabe hero in a serious manner. Don't worry, Genos. You did an absolute your best. He laid Genos down. Down while Genos opened one eye, see his master walk towards Overhaul. Saitama walked over mutant monster Chisaka and stopped. Do you have a death wish or something? He asked the filthy hero. Wait, who are you? Have we met? He couldn't have. He was was talking. You better have a good reason you are here, because I'm going to purify this world of heroes and you just wanna be. Before he could finish the sentence, Overall cut off when Saitama wasn't listening. A mosquito was flying around his face, and the insect landed on his other side of his face. He was getting irritated by his presence. Saitama used his hand, immediately stopped directly. Unfortunately, the mosquito was somehow alive. He used his immense dexterity on his hands to catch it, but it couldn't do it. It was still flying around unharmed. Saitama put down his bag of groceries and gave it a serious look. He used his speed there to try to catch it. Overall, and Ryuk couldn't believe what he was doing right now. Ryuk and her dragon jaw dropped on the ground. Uraka had an odd look. Ryu had wide eyes. Tanjiro couldn't believe it either. Saitama's speed is beyond speed. Tanjiro was shocked. His friend Zenitsu would literally have the same reaction if he was there. But worse, Nezuko still had a cold demeanor on her face. Izuku saw it too when he got in great pain from Eri. What speed? He's too fast, Ryuku said. Or Ryukyu. Or Ryukyu. Is it Ryu? Ryu. I'm just gonna say Ryu. Tsuyu, I know, right? Tanjiro, even I can't see him move that fast. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. He's very fast. He probably is very serious threat to my plan. Time to end this, he thought while launching multiple spikes at Saitama. Saitama effortlessly dodges them with ease. When the dust cleared, he realized he was gone. What? He was gone? He looked at right and left. When he looked, he saw a bald wannabe hero. Damn it, stop moving. He launched another wall at Saitama. When Overhaul made a direct hit to Saitama, Chisaka manipulated the wall with him in it, how Genos was before. When he hit Saitama against the ground with the wall, well, Overhaul thought he won and he done that to him. That should end him. Now it's time to get rid of the bat. He got cut off. Aw, man. My costume is all dirty again. He dusted off, and the dirt had Overhaul had wide eyes before he was still alive somehow. How are you still alive? He said in surprise and shock. Saitama got done dusting himself. Looked at him emotionally. I've had it with all you heroes. He used everything he had, every combined attack in a single move. So Saitama, as the attack came in very close, Saitama really punched Chisaka monster chase body. Everything was all in pieces. The string that came out blew away everything. It was all dead science. When he did it, the destroyed Chika was knocked out really cold, and his monster form started to go away. Ryuk and Uraka and Asui had a jaw-drop reaction. Tanjiro looked at Nezuko and smiled. What? The three said in Fusion. Saitama in mind. For a moment there, I was getting my hopes up, but unfortunately it's still the same. He thought he walked away in the area. He glanced at the ground and saw but his grocery was safe and sound. He smiled a very tiny bit. Master, he got up and rubble and the rock slightly damaged. Ah, Genos, you're okay. Look, I got some grocery. Hopefully they don't get ruined this time. I see. Looks like they're safe and sound, responded. You came off the surface due to Saitama's punch causing a lot of destructions. Uraka, what's the situation? She asked Uraka. Ryuk says, now that is in the back. We called the residents of the vicinity to evacuate. She answered with a serious demeanor. The bald man defeated Chisaki, but Deku is master. It looks like that boy I told you stand there is in danger. My sister says that Deku is holding on his back has somehow gotten stronger in seconds, he warned. I'm going to go back by walking. There by walking. You can run in here to there, he told Genos. Yes, master. He ran back to the area where the other heroes were. Saitama followed him, but he just randomly walked with the groceries. That's why he told Genos to go for it first. Kids, how do we stop this from happening? He asked one of the interns. Asui had Mr. Azar in her arms. Azar had his head pointing down, but Asui picked up his head back up because he moved his finger barely, meaning he's conscious. I'm sorry, Midoriya. He activated his quirk and looked directly at Midoriya. When his quirk affected Darius. Stop. It was mine. She thought she couldn't control her quirk, but her quirk stopped itself by Mazawa erasing her quirk. She collapsed on Midoriya's back and lost consciousness. Azar deactivated his quirk and it was all over. It's over, she said. Is it? As he said, he looked back at his friend Mirio. Amajiki. Or is it? Amakati, I can't say that word. Oh, hey, Genos. Looks like I made it where you wanted it to be. His head was simple. He then looked at all the heroes in the station who were in a good shape. Somehow, serious injured. I need to stretch my back. Oh, my back feels good. It's getting stretched. My back really hurts for the past few days and still does hurt. The dragon hero Ryu turned back into her human form and informed the police to call some help. We have a large number of who are seriously injured. Call many ambulances as you can. Get hurried. Go check, make sure and miss any victims. The League of Villains may be nearby. Look for them, she ordered the police. Yes, ma'am. One officer obeyed. With that, paramedic and help of police and help was on the way. The police were inside the Hasaiki building, arresting the gang members of the Hasaikai. Paramedics also went to the police to help those who were injured. Ryuku went to check on Nejiri Hado to see if she was okay. And luckily for her, she was. The cops and paramedics came out of the buildings with the convicted and they were wounded. Saitama, Genos, Tanjiro, and Nezuko were walking to one of the vehicles of the paramedic and law. They stopped themselves in their tracks and saw a green-haired boy and the girl who locked ill. She started giving a fish after passing out. He said to the doctor, let's take her to the hospital for now. And you too, he said. Yes, sir, he obeyed. His pulse was dropping. Hurry. One doctor wanted. The doctor came out of the bed, very seriously injured. Night-Eye on the hospital bed. Night-Eye, I forgot to tell you. He ran to the emergency bed. He was once in concern. Saitama and the others went to check to see what condition he was in. Night-Eye was badly injured. Midoriya. This is a different feature from one I saw. I don't understand why it happened, but that bald man changed everything, he said calmly. Midoriya, he twisted a future. He talked back to the bald man. Midoriya looked behind him and saw a robot who fought Chisaka and a bald man who finished them off with one punch. Midoriya glared back at Night-Eye. All Might said he would live. He said he couldn't face you. You should definitely see him again. You see him, he got cut off tiny bit, so hang in there. So he reminded Night-Eye, we're in a hurry, please stay back. He backed up Izuku. The paramedic took him to the ambulance and drove off. Ryuk was beside Midoriya and the chief police. Midoriya, she called his name. He glanced at her. There's still many injured, but she paused and glanced at him. Thanks for everything you did. Saitama, Genos, Tanjiro, and were behind them while Saitama forgot something to buy from the silver market. He got irritated and he forgot something of the grocery list. Ah, man, I forgot something else from the sale today. He said loudly with the got attention of the two heroes while the chief of police walked somewhere else to help his officers. Midoriya's eyes turned wide because he took Chisaka down with one punch. He definitely wanted to take notes of what his quirk was. Ryuk recalled earlier what she said before. Nahai said someone else would beat Chisaka. It looks like he's right in front of her now. Excuse me, so what's your quirk? You beat Chisaka early. Easily, I mean. You took him out with one punch and your speed was unlike anything I've seen before. Please tell me how you got strong. He took out his notebook and pencil and took notes. Hey, wait, you want to know how I got very strong? He said to the green net. We all know how Saitama got strong. It has something to do with the god of something. The god of the one universe. The one is a ball. Let me show you. If this is at risk, if you want one, if you want to see it, so yeah. God of One Punch Man. I'm gonna show y'all this, and y'all better, and please, this is gonna be in the thing, so it does not show any saitama filing, beating him or anything like that. It's just an image in the manga. This is it. Saitama fighting him and all of that. This is how he looks like in a ball. The god of One Punch Man. He's a villain. He's a villain because people just kept on destroying Earth, the planet he made, and he didn't care. They were talking about something about fourth dimension and fifth and sixth, whatever. I don't remember. Since I haven't watched it in about 7 months or 8. Okay, wait. Okay. From what he's saying, he wants to know how you managed to easily take down Chisaka with a single punch. Wait, who are you? He asked the dragon hero. My name is Ryuka, dragon hero. She introduced herself with a pleasant, gentle smile and gentle expression. Looks like I've taken an interest in you. He took down a very dangerous criminal with a single punch. My master is a very busy man. He needs to get home soon. He will not be able to cook dinner, he said to them, making them confused because he was changing the subject. How did you get that strong? She asked Saitama in a gentle, kind manner. From what I did get strong. Okay, I'll tell you, but you have to keep doing it. You have to keep doing no matter how difficult it gets. It took me full 3 years to get this strong. His face grew serious, which made Ryuk and Midoriya very slightly scared. Saitama 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats, and then a 10-kilometer run. I do it every single day. Midoriya immediately wrote down an intense training regimen down in his notebook while Ryuki slightly went into shock. Well, he said that Midoriya was very curious to try this workout, but he probably could do it depending on how much his body endured. Ryuki was processing if the human body can go that far of an exercise. But she think it was impossible for one person like him to achieve something like that extraordinary. Make sure you eat 3 meals a day. Just a banana in the morning is fine, but never ever use the air conditioner in the morning, summer or heat in the winter, so you can strengthen the mind. Next day you wish you were dead. You're probably wondering what's the harm of taking a day off, but for me, even if I spat down blood or could barely move, I didn't stop. I went through it all, mind the short-term pain. I did squats when my legs were so heavy they could not move. Even when I did push-ups when my arms were making weird clicking sounds. I still kept doing push-ups. For the worst, you got training like hell to the point where hair falls out. That's the only way to become truly strong. He explained the entire story about how he got strong, and Ryuki Midoriya was silent when he said that. They thought it was a joke, but then for more reason, they felt like he was telling the truth about his amazing powers. Humans are strong, and we can change ourselves, he added. Well, you did that for 3 whole years. How did you manage without breaking your bones permanently? He wondered how he did it. You may not believe me, but that's really all I did. He went back to his emotionless, worried look. He put everything in his will to get strong. She smiled gently, and Ryuk said in her mind, "Really, all of that, and you still managed to go through it all?" Tanjiro said. Saitama, "Yep, it's true. He did it by his own will," he told them. Geno said, "Oh, my name is Izuku Midoriya. What's yours?" he asked Iro. Izuku says, "Saitama, it's Saitama, and here is Genos. My name is Tanjiro Kamado, and this is my sister, Nezuko Kamado. My name is Ryuk, but you can call me Ryuko." She reminded the name again to him. "Oh, no. Here you go." Suddenly, another portal opened up. This time, it was all red. All of them were directly underneath it. They all fell through. Saitama, Genos, with Nezuko on his back, Ryuk and Midoriya. "Master, your groceries," he warned. "I know, I got them." Nezuko, "We're going on a ride again," he warned his sister when Nezuko kept the cold demeanor on her face like always. "Midoriya, hold my hand. I use my dragon form so we can land safely." Okay, he got embarrassed that he was gonna hold the woman's hand, and they all, through their portal, vanished. Akagami, any suggestion that Kama get killed and all that? Damn, I really did this. I'm in the second and the third chapter. Now, let me see real quick. I got 2 more chapters or 3. So I'm planning on seeing if I can do it tomorrow. This is too much. It's going to take me about 7 minutes. In total, it's going to take me about 14 minutes to read all of it. If it's not over 50, okay, I'm going to do another 14 minutes read. Wait, nah, I want to put y'all in a cliffhanger. Where will they go now? Next time on Saitama's Travel. Where would they go now after they went to the My Hero Academia? Make sure you like and subscribe, my fans. Okay, I'm trying so hard not to be cringe. And I'm out. Psych. I'm really wondering if I should stop it. Fuck it, I'm gonna go higher. But I want to leave y'all in a cliffhanger. And I want to read it. Wait. I wish I could just leave y'all in like cliffhangers. But I hate cliffhangers too. Which one should I pick? I'm really biting my lip to see. If I pick another one, I'll leave this alone and I'll not do it again. I'm 100% sure, so I'll just finish it. Now there are 6 travelers: Saitama, Genos, Tanjiro, Nezuko, Midoriya, and Ryuk. Saitama was literally down forward when he was falling. Genos, on the other hand, was like a regular person skydiving. Tanjiro was holding his sister and Nezuko tightly while falling. Ryuk was holding Midoriya gripped tightly, in which Midoriya was blushing and scared at the same time. "Master, the pole is very different from the other ones we went through. The one is green." Geno said his teacher while falling. "Hopefully, my groceries don't be in jeopardy again like before," he said, glancing at them. Okay, it's done the intro because I don't like putting long intro, so I just skipped. How many long does this go? How much long does this go? The dragon hero answered Demon Starboy. I don't know. My system is not saying anything. Maybe I've lost progressing temporarily. Genos responded, it may happen right now, or whatever, he warned. At the moment, Tanjiro was right. The dimension travel suddenly dropped at a silent or slight height of elevation. Hang on, Nezuko, he warned his sister. Nezuko holding on her back. Midoriya was next to Tanjiro and Nezuko and was falling too. Ah! He screamed. Oh, I want to do this one completely. Yo, if I'm doing any of these was kind of what ifs, I'm certainly doing it. I do not care what y'all say. I do not care if y'all don't like this. I screamed, I've got you. She activates her diamond form and used one of her wings to catch the three little ones. Saitama latterly body slammed into the whole body against the ground. When he made an impact against it, it didn't hurt him due to his invulnerability. His groceries were also safe. Genos was also landing like how he did it before, but he landed on the ground with his mechanical legs. Ryuk had the three little ones in her wings. She rolled herself like a burrito and made an impact against the ground. As she made contact with the ground, it didn't harm her due to her immense durability. She is extremely resistant to blunt trauma. Are you little ones okay? She opened her wings and it showed Midoriya and Tanjiro and Nezuko were okay. Wow, she kind of looks bad. Am I simping for a dragon? I mean, if I had to. I mean, okay. Okay, I'm sus. I'm mad sus. Okay, I'll be simping for another dragon like a dragon that can turn into a human. It was in that time where the guy who the main character was betrayed by one of his friends and sent into a dungeon. They got summoned as heroes and he got betrayed and sent to a dungeon there, and he was left there by his friend to die. But he came back as strong, and he found a vampire and a rabbit. And then he found like a creature, and then he went back and he had powers, strong powers. Okay. We find thanks, Yagder. Thanks for saving me. We owe you one. He smiled at Nezuko. Yes, Ryuki. They hugged her. Monster, he called out. Don't worry, Genos. The groceries are okay. He got up. The greater he made, his groceries were in his hands. Where are we now? He said. My systems are back online. The result of this thing is called Imperial Capital. The name Imperial Capital, the king kind of confused Saitama. Who the hell names is that? Okay, guys, I am going to do this, and I am planning for y'all to watch this. I know y'all are going to be sad after this. When you watch this, it's Tatsumi. What if Tatsumi? I should do that. It's an extremely sad story. I'm not going to spoil it. It sounds like one of those places where I read manga before. I had a bit of flashback where she was reading a part of the manga. Ryuk changed back to her base and checked the part of the manga. Ryuk changed back to her base form and checked one of those who almost fell in their demise. You three should be more careful. You three would have gotten severely injured from that fall, she said with concern. Well, it depends where we travel and how the elevation is. But I said before, we owe you one. His sister Nezuko nodded yes again. It's a good thing you three are safe and unharmed. Who would have caught you three in danger? She even had a gentle expression. She walked up to Nezuko and kneed down and hugged them. Miss, he blushed a lot. Tanjiro remembered the moment when Shinobi, back in his world, he got close to his fed. Ryuk pulled away and hugged while she still kneed on the floor. Don't worry, I'll protect you no matter what. Nezuko lifted her hand and Ryuk's hair parts due to her head accessory being in the way, and started caressing it. What the fuck is this? Oh well. Genos detected some of his systems. Master, something is beneath us. It's coming fast. Yeah, she answered while she's standing up rapidly. Watch out below. As he said that, a wall of ice came out that made Chandra and Nezuko react rapidly and got out of the way. Midoriya, activated full counting, immediately grabbed Ryuk and carried her away bridal style. At the same time, Tanjiro and Nezuko reacted. A wall of ice, he said while scanning for anything he did or what. It's just like Todoroki's ice, but this type of ice is beyond his. He still carried Ryuk in bridal style. Tanjiro and Nezuko landed in a safe area from the ice. Then Midoriya came up Ryuk and landed unsafely. Ryuk was slightly blushing. Midoriya, can you put me down? She said with embarrassed. Sorry. He put her back down and took a few drips while he was still slightly blushing. Hey, you two, wait for us. She called out Genos and Saitama. Wait for us. Let us the group up. He and Nezuko and normally towards Ryuk and Midoriya. You okay, Tanjiro? He asked. Better than ever. You want to ride on my shoulder? She asked Nezuko politely. Then I ride on my shoulder it is. She smiled and they hold it on Nezuko like she's silly one, you know? Yeah, I can see it. So cute, he smiled. Ryuk now had Nezuko on her shoulder, like a parent taking care of the child for a cruise downtown. Tanjiro and Midoriya ran normally towards Genos and Saitama. It's good to see that you managed to flee through a large wall of ice, he said. We're safe now, for now. Right now I got a cute little girl on my shoulders. Genos and the sex detected something unusual. I detected 2 female sword fighters. They're fighting right now, he warned. Well, let's see, he blankly said. Wait, Master, what if they're extremely dangerous? Allow us to assist you. Don't worry, Genos. If they have swords, they'll have to be careful not to count my groceries. If that happens, they'll know how it feels to get intimidated by me, he said with an irritated look. We're coming behind, too. Genos looked behind himself and saw all the teammates. If anything happens to my little muffin here, then I'll make them pay. Yeah, we're on his way, and clenched his fist. Let's hope the guys aren't faster than me. He smiled with determination. Understood, Master, the request I made before. I guess don't ruin my groceries, he said. We will let you go ahead if anything bad related happens. Saitama leaded the way while the team behind him followed. Akame and Esdeath were fighting. Akame slashed Esdeath behind back, which Akame thought she did. Akame looked up and saw an ice sword. A sword spawned in her hand, and while Esdeath sadistically smiled. This made Akame react as she launched herself backwards away from her. As this started to speak, as expression from the infamous Akame. Akame then got up her feet. Esdeath, why continue to create kill enemies? What would you be left then? The victor, she answered. They're just a bunch of standing mound of corpses, she said. Saitama and the gang were near battlefield when she saw fighters with Genos, then informed all of them to stand down. They hide behind a giant rock. Those words don't offend me in the least. If you want your life to be spared, then at least drop your sword and become my subordinate. No. If you refuse this offer, you will die. That's how the world works. Then Saitama came out of nowhere. Hey, he said, making them wonder, who is this? I've never seen him before. Did he come on his own? She thought. She still looked interest as the unknown man. Akame thought it was an ordinary guy. Then she started to speak. You get out there? Get out of there. She's dangerous. She'll kill you, she warned the blonde man. Wait, who are you? Have we met? Suddenly an ice knife came to him very fast. I asked him, I grabbed it with ease. He took quickly and looked at the average he got. What is this thing? Suddenly a sword came too close to the eye, in which he grabbed also. It was none other than Esdeath engaging. She was surprised to see this. Someone with extremely tenderous fighting spirit. Hey, you got it all wrong. He then broke the sword. The spies are coming. Esdeath then took a few steps back. I might say your impressive skills are close to quarters. I've never heard or before seeing you, but you have committed the right in front of me, intrigued me. Hey, I'm not sure what you're talking about, but what it looks like to me, it's you're obsessed with fighting. He blankly said. You kind of remind me of someone I know. I had forgetting his name, though. He had put his chin on his grin. It's been one whole entire minute. It's been 1 entire minute and 5. Yo. Okay, I'm just gonna stop it right here and then I'm just gonna do another one.